Why optimists think alike, unveiling brain patterns in future thinking. Imagine a world where the way we think about the future is not just a personal journey, but a shared experience among like-minded individuals. A recent study has unveiled a fascinating insight. The brains of optimists exhibit remarkably similar patterns when envisioning future events, while those of pessimists reveal a much broader range of individual differences. This intriguing discovery, made by researchers at Kobe University, sheds light on why optimists often enjoy stronger social connections and a greater sense of community. Instead of attempting to twist negative outcomes into something positive, optimists tend to maintain an emotional distance from unfavorable scenarios. This approach allows them to process these situations in a more abstract manner, which may contribute to their ability to connect with others on a deeper level. The findings from this research highlight how shared mental frameworks can foster a sense of being on the same wavelength, enhancing communication and understanding among individuals. Key insights *. Common neural patterns * When contemplating future possibilities, optimists display similar brain activity, indicating a shared way of thinking. Emotional processing * Optimists engage with negative scenarios in a more detached and abstract way, reducing their emotional weight. Social connectivity * This uniformity in future-oriented thinking could explain why optimists tend to have more fulfilling social relationships and broader networks. The research conducted by psychologist Kuniaki Yanagisawa and his team at Kobe University provides a compelling explanation for the sociability often associated with optimism. They found that individuals who hold a positive outlook on life share a common vision of the future, which may facilitate better understanding and communication among them. To explore this hypothesis, Yanagisawa brought together experts from social psychology and cognitive neuroscience, bridging a gap that had previously gone unexplored. He noted, the intersection of these two fields allowed us to illuminate this previously hidden aspect of human cognition. In their study, 87 participants, ranging from highly optimistic to distinctly pessimistic, were asked to imagine various future scenarios while their brain activity was monitored using functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI. This advanced technique enabled the researchers to observe how different individuals' thoughts about the future manifested as distinct patterns of neural activity. The results, published in the journal PNAS, revealed that optimists' brain activity patterns were strikingly similar, while pessimists exhibited a wide array of neural responses. Drawing inspiration from the famous opening line of Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, the researchers concluded, optimistic individuals are all alike, each less optimistic individual imagines the future in their own unique way. Yanagisawa emphasized the significance of their findings, stating, "What was most remarkable about this study is that the abstract concept of thinking alike was literally visualized through patterns of brain activity." Moreover, the research indicated that optimists show a clearer distinction in their neural responses when considering positive versus negative events compared to pessimists. This suggests that optimism does not simply involve reinterpreting negative experiences in a positive light. Instead, optimistic individuals tend to process adverse scenarios in a more abstract and psychologically distant manner, which helps lessen the emotional burden of such situations. Yanagisawa summarized the implications of the study by saying, "The everyday sensation of being on the same wavelength is not merely a figure of speech. In a very tangible sense, the brains of optimists may share a collective understanding of the future." However, this raises intriguing questions. Is this shared cognitive mechanism innate, or is it shaped over time through experiences and conversations? Ultimately, Yanagisawa aims to deepen our understanding of the roots of loneliness and the factors that enable effective communication among individuals. He believes that uncovering how this shared reality develops is a crucial step toward fostering a society where people can connect and communicate more effectively. This research was supported by the Japan Society for the Promotion of Science and the Japan Science and Technology Agency, in collaboration with scholars from various institutions, including Kyoto University and La Trobe University. As we reflect on these findings, it's worth considering, do you believe that our outlook on the future is something we are born with, or is it shaped by our experiences? How do you think this shared cognitive framework impacts our relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments. Why optimists see a shared future, insights from neural activity research. Optimists think alike, while pessimists forge their own paths, a deep dive into neural activity patterns. When it comes to envisioning future events, there's a fascinating distinction between optimists and pessimists. Research from Kobe University reveals that the brains of optimists exhibit striking similarities in their thought processes, whereas pessimists display a much greater variety in their neural responses. This intriguing finding sheds light on why optimists are often perceived as more sociable. They may share a unified outlook on the future. Optimists generally report higher satisfaction in their social interactions and tend to have broader social circles. According to psychologist Yanagisawa Kuniakai from Kobe University, the question arises, what accounts for this phenomenon? Recent studies indicate that individuals who hold central roles in social networks tend to respond to stimuli in comparable ways. This suggests that those who share a positive outlook on the future might also visualize it similarly in their minds, facilitating a better understanding of each other's viewpoints. To explore this hypothesis further, Yanagisawa brought together a diverse team of experts from social psychology and cognitive neuroscience. He notes, the reason this question has remained largely unexplored is that it lies at the intersection of social psychology and neuroscience. However, by bridging these two fields, we were able to unlock this complex issue. The research team enlisted 87 participants, spanning the full spectrum from pessimism to optimism, and tasked them with imagining various future scenarios. During this process, their brain activity was monitored using a technique known as functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI. This allowed the researchers to observe how the participants' thoughts about the future manifested as distinct patterns of neural activity. In their findings published in the journal PNAS, the Kobe University researchers reported that optimists exhibited remarkably similar neural activity patterns when contemplating future events. In contrast, the patterns observed in pessimists were much more varied. Drawing inspiration from the famous opening line of Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, the team concluded, all optimistic individuals are alike, each less optimistic individual imagines the future in their own unique way. Yanagisawa emphasized the significance of their findings, stating, what was particularly striking about this study is that the abstract concept of thinking alike was made tangible through observable patterns of brain activity. Moreover, the research revealed that optimists displayed a more pronounced difference in their neural patterns when considering positive versus negative events compared to pessimists. This indicates that optimistic individuals are better at distinguishing between favorable and unfavorable futures in their minds. In essence, optimism does not merely involve a positive reinterpretation of negative experiences. Instead, optimistic people tend to process adverse scenarios in a more abstract and psychologically distant way, which helps lessen the emotional toll of such situations, he elaborated. In summarizing the study, Yanagisawa remarked, the common feeling of being on the same wavelength is not just a figure of speech. In a very real sense, the brains of optimists may share a collective vision of the future. However, this raises intriguing questions. Is this shared cognitive mechanism innate, or is it developed over time through experiences and conversations? Yanagisawa's overarching aim is to deepen our understanding of the roots of loneliness and the factors that facilitate effective communication among individuals. He stated, I believe that uncovering how this shared reality comes into being is a crucial step toward fostering a society where people can connect more meaningfully. For further reading, refer to Yanagisawa, Kuniakai, Optimistic People Are All Alike. Shared Neural Representations Supporting Episodic Future Thinking Among Optimistic Individuals, Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, 2025. DOI 10.1073/NOS.2511101122. What do you think? Is our outlook on the future shaped by our biology, or is it influenced more by our experiences? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This document is protected by copyright. Any reproduction without written permission is prohibited. The content is intended for informational purposes only. Citation, optimists are alike, every pessimist has their own way. Researchers explore patterns of neural activity, 2025, July 21. retrieved from https://medicalexpress.com/news/2025-07-optimist-alike-pessimist-explore-patterns.html*. Today is Tuesday, July 22, 2025.